Alrighty, we're back again with another Mega Dinosaur video. Let's see what happens now.
T-Rex versus Giganotosaurus.
I remember these animations. They aren't good. Look at these creatures. They're just... Why? But, it's at least something. Oh my god, look at them. They're starving. I feel so horrible for them.
Giganotosaurus and T-Rex lived millions of years apart.
You vote, we animate. Dude, the T-Rex wins, dude. There's no competition when it comes to any theropod for that matter. T-Rex wins against every other theropod except for other T-Rexes. Maybe if we put in like a 10-ton Giga against a 8-ton Rex, it would be more a fair fight. But there's no way in hell a Giga would be able to face 10.7-ton Copium Rex.
In different areas. The long-skulled Giganotosaurus, who's larger than a T-Rex.
No, on average, it isn't. Even the largest specimen of Giganotosaurus just barely misses the mark against the Copium, for example.
Was native to South America. It lived during the Mesozoic era, 97 million years ago.
Mesozoic era. That encompasses the entirety of Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. You should have said the Cenomanian age of the late Cretaceous.
While the robust and muscular T-Rex, native to North America, lived during the Cretaceous period, 67 million years ago.
You should have said the Maastrichtian age of the late Cretaceous.
But let's put them together. Who would win in a fight? Well, let's find out. For some stats. T-Rex, height. 5-6 meters at head.
And it probably wasn't that tall even at the head.
Length, 12.3 meters upwards. We know 15-meter T-Rexes probably existed. Weight, 6 to 8 tons average.
This video was made 4 years ago, so I expect quite a bit of outdated stuff over here. I feel like this one just isn't it.
Maximum up to 15 tons. May I fantasize? Diet. Large and armored dinosaurs. But some say he might have been a scavenger pussy. Who knows?
That's just Jack Horner's stupid T-Rex scavenger theory. Even Clash the Dinosaurs got it right. T-Rex was both a predator and a scavenger when it had to be.
Doesn't look like one. Now to the weapons of T-Rex. Tyrannosaurus had a bite force of around 6.5 tons and had over 60 20-centimeter teeth lining his 1.2 meter jaw. Using his bite force and teeth, Tyrannosaurus could easily tear off over 60 kilograms of flesh in one bite. He could potentially kick using his legs, but unlikely, as it would probably unbalance him.
Why would it want to anyway when it could just use its bone-crushing bite force with its giant head and muscular body, the strong neck muscles. Also, by the way, the T-Rex is stupidly agile.
When battling, the T-Rex most likely would try and ram Giganotosaurus using his large head. Now onto the stats of Giganotosaurus. Height, at head, 6 meters.
Which is even more ridiculous.
Length, 14-15 meters.
13 meters max, even in 2019. Now, no, the Giganotosaurus is slightly longer than the T-Rex, but not by this much.
Weight, 8 to 9 tons average.
More close to around 8 range, but it is still smaller than the average T-Rex when it comes to average Giganotosaurus.
Diet. Argentinosaurus.
Giganotosaurus did not coexist with Argentinosaurus. They both lived in different formations, and instead, the Giganotosaurus hunted stuff in its own environment, like Andysaurus, for example. Mapusaurus was the one that hunted Argentinosaurus.
And other large sauropods and herbivores. Now to the weapons of Giganotosaurus. He had a huge skull with sharp teeth, short arms with 3-fingered clawed hands.
I don't think these 3-fingered hands would matter for the Giganotosaurus because this thing used its head for hunting, like most other theropods do.
But not as short as T-Rexes. Okay, let's start with the advantages of T-Rex. The T-Rex possessed the largest teeth of any land predator we know of. They grew upwards of up to 12 inches, making them 4 inches longer than those of Giganotosaurus. T-Rex had some of the bluntest teeth of any land carnivore.
Blunt? These are still sharp. T-Rex had to rip and tear the meat off its prey. Both T-Rex and Giganotosaurus had sharp teeth. It's just their shapes that are different that make them have different usages.
They were serrated, but not like Giganotosaurus's, emphasizing a completely different killing style altogether. Whereas Giganotosaurus killed by slicing, T-Rex killed by crushing its prey using its teeth. The T-Rex possessed the most heavily muscled neck of any theropod we know of. The skull was also broad and wide, making it completely unique from other theropods as well. This, along with an incredibly wide lower jawbone, gave it massive biting power.
This almost reminds me of how Gaming Beaver starts his battle royales in Jurassic World Evolution. Lots of dinosaurs just coming in out of their dens and stuff.
It had a significantly larger brain to process better and more efficient killing tactics. T-Rex had phenomenal eye vision in comparison to Giganotosaurus.
That is why the T-Rex wins most of the time. It just has the better fundamentals.
However, the real difference comes in where the eyes were set. In Giganotosaurus, and nearly all other giant theropods before T-Rex, their eyes were set at the sides of the skull, giving them a good all-round vision. However, their frontal vision was basically blind, giving it no real 3D depth. Tyrannosaurus Rex had eyes set in the front of its skull, allowing for excellent stereoscopic vision.
See, this guy even does some research, even though this guy's videos isn't the best. Take notes, right side!
Giving it the ability to see in front. Yeah, kind of helps. This is a huge leap in advantage, because as we see today, numerous land predators possess the same. Tigers, lions, jaguars, leopards, hyenas, wolves, bears, eagles, all have great stereoscopic vision, which basically allows them to judge depth and calculate distance.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. If you put in a 10-ton Giga against an 8-ton Rex, that would be more of a fair fight, because the Giga would have more size to compensate for its generally worse fundamentals.
While Giganotosaurus would have to sway his head from side to side in order to gauge depth, T-Rex wouldn't need to do this. Yeah, it kind of helps to kind of battle not having to swing your head from side to side. Jesus. Now onto the disadvantages of T-Rex. Ooh, let me guess. The tiny, puny arms.
Would it even matter? The T-Rex wouldn't use its arms to attack, so no, that wouldn't matter at all.
And he was slightly smaller and lighter.
I don't need to explain why this is wrong in terms of current paleontology. Okay, T-Rex is slightly shorter than a Giganotosaurus, but it is bigger.
Probably slower too. Actually, not looking good. Now to the advantages of Giganotosaurus. Giganotosaurus is much larger than the T-Rex and a ton heavier. T-Rex might have a powerful bite force, but the Giganotosaurus could use his slashing teeth to wound the T-Rex.
Well, the T-Rex would still win anyways, even if the T-Rex would eventually bleed out or die of an infection because of a Giganotosaurus bite.
Then keep his distance till the T-Rex bled out. Now to the disadvantages of the Giganotosaurus. We know that the bite force of the T-Rex was stronger by a long shot. In fact, only C. Megalodon, a prehistoric shark, could have outbit the T-Rex in history, if that's a word. Giganotosaurus had eyes at the sides of his head, and his vision was very primitive.
I don't know how you would call a vision primitive. I don't know. I don't know if there are any reasons to. Also, the Giganotosaurus seems like it has 2 claws, which is crazy.
He had a smaller brain and wasn't as intelligent as the T-Rex, who was pretty dumb. Well, I don't want to be judgmental. Maybe dinosaurs could write and, those little cave etchings actually came from dinosaurs.
No two predators want to charge straight away at each other. They would want to intimidate each other first. It seems like neither of these guys have any sort of survival instincts.
The Earth is flat. Disclaimer, I don't believe any of that. Okay, verdict. I reckon T-Rex would win 80% of the time.
This guy just said T-Rex could win 80% of the time. Well, T-Rex could win at least 80% of the time because T-Rex just has the better fundamentals.
I'm just kidding. Okay, in this particular instance, Giganotosaurus wins 60% of the time.
Maybe if we put in like a 10-ton Giga, again, we put a 10-ton Giga and an 8-ton Rex, then it would be much more of a fair fight. But, please don't put in a 9-ton Giga with something like a 10.7-ton Copium Rex.
Because, actually, that doesn't make sense. Okay, in this particular instance, Giganotosaurus wins, but the T-Rex would win 55.
Okay, when it comes to Mega Dinosaurs' wrong estimates of the video, it's quite a fair fight, to be fair.
Percent of the time. Tyrannosaurus Rex would have the clear-cut advantage in this make-believe fight. The facts are simple. T-Rex is far more powerful, it has a more devastating killing weapon. His bite is more devastating because he has blunt teeth. Basically, one bite, you're out. Giganotosaurus can slash away from a distance, but he needs a few bites. And the T-Rex is more advanced in terms of its evolutionary line of tools. Bigger brain, stereoscopic vision. It's just more evolved. But the V-Rex could kick T-Rex's ass. Yes.
But the V-Rex is fictional. Yes.
Anyway, all of this gives T-Rex a huge stomp to Giganotosaurus, I'm afraid. But this particular animation, Giga won.
This is the end of the video. So, yeah. The Giga had more of a chance to fight against T-Rex just because of the... what do I call it? The inaccurate estimates of the Giganotosaurus. Well, the T-Rex would win most of the time. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.